Hello. Oh, I didn't wash my webcam from last time. Whoops. Oh, well. All right. So nobody is here right now. So I'm just gonna jump right in. Hey, Kelly from The Truth in Story. Hello. Welcome. I didn't get to watch your herbal resources yet, but it is on my list to do, and also to link you as well as Kelly Bears. So hopefully I'm not repeating myself. So this is going to be mainly focusing on just herbal resources. I do have a little bit of tarot and oracle. Hey, Kelly Bear. Hi, Ozark. Hi, Donna. Hi. How's everyone today? So yeah, I do have a few tarot and oracle herbal resources, but mostly it's going to be just herbal. I've got like a huge variety of different books, and there may be more parts. So because I've got a lot, including possibly like some web references and things like that. So that would be cool. So most of these books you can purchase. This one I'm going to start off with. It's like the oldest book I have, but it's not the first one I ever bought, but it is the oldest one. And actually, my mom found it at a yard sale. And so it's the Herbalist. And this is the so it was first printed in 1918. It's by Joseph E. Meyer. That's him. Second edition 1932, third edition 1934. This one is the 1960 version. And then there's also one done in the, I looked it up, 80s or 90s. So you can get both versions. But it's really awesome. It's medical plants, plant vitamins and minerals, beverage teas, spices and flying herbs, plant colors for food and cosmetics, plant dyes, potpourris, disinfectants, gurgles, and cosmetics, botanical curios. Oh yeah, old books are yummy. Yes, exactly. I love old books, and I was my mom, like, she just found me an awesome one. Oh, that's cool, Kelly. Yeah. This is the cover without the little jacket here. It's so funny. It's dated. My mom likes to date things, so it's dated October 31st, and she found this for me. Smoking blends also. So I'm just gonna like go through like a little bit about so the first part of it has like you know, a little what is it, materia medica. So you've got the plant, a picture of the plant, and you've got its like actions and stuff like that. And then, you know, and it's got like plants like cleavers and goldenrod. things that we, you know, plantain, plants that we know today, you know, which is really cool. Wow, I didn't. So it's a huge part. It's like many pages of the book. And then it starts to go into, you know, how to make infusions and decoctions. And this is to make a fermentation, dip cloths or heavy towels in the infusion or decoction, wring out and apply locally to part that you want to cover. Now, like, all these things have not changed in like years. They're the same. You do them the same. This information like still holds up. They've got teas. And this is my, so I guess, have any of you guys have heard of yerba mate, right? It's like the huge like energy drink that we're all drinking. I'm not drinking it, but a lot of people are drinking it, you know, besides coffee. And it's in this book. And I thought that was really cool. Yeah. You get it in the, at least here, you get in these yellow cans. And it's just like, or you can get it in glass bottles. Like, it's all the rage. Like, so I'm just going to read the description of yerba mate, which is so cool that they like knew about it in 1918 or this is revised, but I don't know like if this information was in there. So at least through the 60s, like, so yerba mate, millions of South Americans drink yerba mate, and its use is becoming very popular. Yerba mate has stimulating properties resembling tea and coffee, but has a lower tannin content than Oriental tea type teas. Yerba mate is a green leaf tea and is often preferred by those who drink green type Oriental teas. There is also a toasted type yerba mate that is preferred by most people in South America and by lovers of black Oriental teas. So I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh my gosh. And then they have recipes about how making creams, and they have a long part about dental health, mouthwashes, and all kinds of stuff. And Kelly says, my friend bought it back from Mexico. Yeah, that's cool. The actual plant, or like the drink, Kelly Bear. Exactly, Kelly. There's nothing new. This one is really neat because it's how to make creams without animal fats. And this one this is an agar cream. If anyone's familiar with that, it's like a thickening agent. It's plant-based, and it's Japanese. And then there's a recipe to make a cream with it, which is so cool. Something I've never seen. There's also in here a way to make an herbal oil where you do an infusion of the plant, and then you put the water and the oil together, and you evaporate the water. So you have the plant constituents in the oil. And I have only seen that in one of my herb books. And I've always wanted to try it because mushrooms, their medicinal content comes out as a tincture, you know, or you can use the dried mushrooms, but it doesn't come out in oils. But anyway, so my mind has been kind of blown by this little old book, even though like it's got dyes, which is really cool. If you want information about dyes, brown, black, red, yellows. Yellow is amaretto, safflower, turmeric, of course. Let's see. Yes. Me too, Kelly Bear. I am also glad about vegan recipes. Even though my products are not vegan because I use beeswax, but I'm always interested in, you know, other ways of doing things. So yes, turmeric is awesome, Donna. Very versatile, both internally and externally. Reds, brown, purple. That's cool. I mean, so yeah, so it's got a whole range of, you know, it also has a list of like plants that are, it breaks them down to actions. Like if you want a bitter tonic, you want a demulcent, you want a carminative, which helps, you know, agents used for their mild calming effect, generally taken as warm tea upon retiring, catnip, chamomile, fennel, hops, linden. So nervines, catnip, chamomile, hops, passion flower, skullcap, valerian, like all of these we use today to help with our nerves. So anyway, an awesome book. And then in the back, it's got these colored pictures, so that's cool. Of the plants. So, you know, just a fun book too on just the historical like information, like because yeah. So I definitely haven't spent enough time with this, and you can still pick it up, which is awesome. Either this version or the newer version, and I don't think it's that much money. So, oh. Someone recommended Rosemary A to Z in my video comments, and it looked intriguing. So it's coming today. That's cool. I don't think I have that aromatherapy book. So what do I have? No. I'm gonna do aromatherapy probably in another video. I've got this one, and then there's an updated one, which is pretty famous. But I'll have to check that one out too. You can never have enough books. Okay, so the next book, which I'm doing a whole really long book club on, and I've been talking about for a while, is Healing Wise by Susun Weed, which everyone might know. And this is an interesting book. The first part of the book, she talks about the three ideas of healing: the wise woman, the scientific, and the heroic. Just like, that's really interesting. Pretty deep, crunchy stuff about how we approach healing, how we think about it. And then, I mean, the pictures are also really really great in this book. Then she goes into, she's got recipes. Then she goes into some herbal allies. And there are a lot of common plants like burdock, chickweed, and she does like a little anthropomorphizing so that you really like sort of feel like if you don't know the plant, you sort of get to know what the plant sort of, I don't know, it's like meeting like a friend. She's got a lot of facts. She breaks down the actions of the plant, what it does, what it, dandelion. It's really common stuff. And then she's got, you know, recipes for each one. This is dandelion egg noodles, of course, a dandelion beer. Dandelion flower fritters, dandelion coffee, of course, a lot of stuff. And then in the back, she has how to make a tincture, how to make a salve. And then she's got definitions in the back as well. So, you know, if you're like, well, what does what is a hypnotic? It induces or encourages sleep and sleepiness. So, yeah. It's a good book. It combines a lot of stuff. And I'm doing a very slow book club on it, so if anyone's interested. If I'm going too fast, let me know, or let's see. So the next one is medicinal plants of the southern Appalachians. So this was written specifically for about plants that grow in the Appalachian Mountains of you know, the United States. But a lot of these plants probably grow all over the place. These are very common. So this is by Patricia Howell, and she is the lady that she's like my herb teacher. I went and studied with her in Georgia. And so so the herbs covered Bethroot, black cohosh, black hop, black walnut, bloodroot, blue cohosh, boneset, devil's walking stick, dogwood, elder, evening primrose, fringe tree, ginseng, goldenrod, Indian pipe, jewelweed, Joe Pye weed, lobelia, maiden, hair fern, mountain mint, partridge berry, passion flower. So there's a whole bunch. And I mean, also, even if they don't grow in your area, and you want to know about these herbs, they're in here. Let's see. Rabbit tobacco, red root, sarsaparilla, sassafras, skullcap, salmon seal, sagebush, stone root, sumac, sweet gum, sweet fern, turtle head, Virginia snake root. Some of these I'm not familiar with. Wild cherry, wild geranium, ginger root, wild hydrangea, wild yam, witch hazel, and yellow root. So that is pretty awesome. She starts out with medicine making, how to make a tea. A lot of these books have that. They go over like their method of, I mean, there's a lot of similarities, making teas, making tinctures, making salves. So that's what she has in here in the beginning. Infused oils, enemas, solar infused oils, salves, and then she starts in on the plants. Ozark, Appalachia is so lush. All of that grows here too. Yeah, you should have. I forget where you are, Donna, but you should have a lot of these plants. I mean, you just said you did. So, and also in England, you know, Kyritsi, you probably have a bunch of them as well. But and also, like I said, if you just want to know about the plants that grow in the Appalachian region of, you know, North America, then this would be a great book. Okay, Missouri. Okay, yeah. Right, Kelly. Yeah, a lot of it sounds like plants even in Ohio, Michigan area. Yeah, all these plants like grow everywhere. A lot of the stuff that like I'm going to be talking about are very, very common plants. Hello, Cedar Creel. Hello, welcome. Kelly Bear said a lot of those you mentioned don't ring a bell for me. Okay, that's okay, Kelly Bear. Maybe they don't grow by you, because this is regional specific, and I think it's one of my only regional specific, even though the region is very large, books. We speak tons of sassafras as kids. That's awesome, Kelly. Did you what did you do with them after you picked them? Holly, Coastal Witch, welcome. Oh, you made tea. Nice. Nice. Oh, right, Donna. Ozark. Yes, you're right. They may be called something different. Those were the common names. Yes, Kelly Bear, right. I would have to read the Latin names, and I can't pronounce all of them. But perhaps if you look on Amazon, they may have where you can look inside the book and you can see this table of contents of herbs, or I can list it in the description. So you know, but that is quite a list. So or you can look it up. Yeah, if there's one that you're particularly interested in, Google it, and then it should show up. Because yeah, that's a lot for me to write out. Although I would love to be able to do that. Oh, you made sassafras tea too, Donna. Sassafras roots are great for tea. Tastes like root beer. I just hate killing the whole tree for tea. Yeah. Well, I think they used it in root beer. I think sassafras was one of the herbs used for root beer, so that's cool. So this is black cohosh, and so she does the common name black cohosh, and then the botanical name, which I cannot pronounce, Actoryllia racemosa. The family, it's in the buttercup, and other names: black snakewood, bugbane, bugwort, rattlewort, fairies touches. Cool. Clay Bear, will you list the books you've mentioned here in the description box? And I've just realized I haven't listed mine on my freaking video and so on. I will. I totally will do that. I will definitely. So everyone can look them up and do more research on them if you'd like. Morning, Heather. How are you doing? Welcome. We're talking about this book right now. It gives a description. Black cohosh is a beautiful perennial plant, 2 to 3 feet tall, with lush dark green foliage and an airy, graceful appearance. Leaves have deeply divided toothed leaflets, usually with 3 leaflets on each stem. There's a black mark on the stem where it forks into 3 branches. Habitat, key actions: nervine, antispasmodic, anti-inflammatory, anti-rheumatic, menagogue, and a sedative. And so when you have those actions in an herb book, just like a fun fact, the first listing, so it says nervine, that is the main action that the herbalist who wrote the book, so that is the action that the herbalist who wrote the book feels is the main action of the plant. So it's a nervine first, and then it's an antispasmodic, and that's part reused as fruits, and then traditional uses, which is fun. Native American soaked black cohosh roots and alcohol to make a remedy for rheumatic pain. It's also used to treat coughs and colds, bring on delayed menses, and to help babies sleep. Current uses and harvesting, and then it has preparations for a tincture, decoction, dosage. So there's quite a bit of information, which is fun. You know, and quite a bit of useful information on each plant. And she's a really wonderful teacher. She puts things in a way that is very easy to understand, and I find her very organized and very thorough in her teachings. And her book is similar. So then at the back we have a lovely glossary where you know, it has what's an adaptogen, you know, it has all these terms for the actions and everything else defines if you don't know what they are. So let's see. I'm gonna read chat. Hold on, catch up with chat. So many wild herbs. Yes, Heather. Rosemary says something I know very little about is catnip. The only application I know is with cats themselves. Is it medically for humans as well? I believe so, yes. I would have to double check, but I believe so. Definitely. Yeah, I would because it's not something that is talked about so much, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna say I believe so, but I personally would look it up just to check, see if it has in any of my herb books. I mean, it's a mint, so I'm assuming it has similar qualities to mints. Let's see. Yes, Kelly says I have catnip in my anti-anxiety tea blend. Yes, so oh no, Heather, you have a flat tire? That's not great. Well, hopefully we'll be able to entertain you enough. So you wait for the tow truck or for some help. Catnip tea, yeah, very calming. Use catnip. The bees love my catnip. Mint. So let's see. And in the back, awesome resources in the back of this. Oh, you're home. You're home with a flat tire. Okay. That might be even, because I think, Heather, you live a little ways out, or do you? Okay, references. I would be totally stuck if I had a flat tire at home, but my partner knows has changed a few tires, but we don't have like a spare like anymore, because a lot of the new cars, they don't come with even like a spare. So we would, which sucks. I don't understand that. Okay, tangent. Okay. So yes, we have references, which is really awesome. Recommended books, general herb books, Appalachian herb books, Appalachian folk medicine, medicine making, herbal medicine sites, sources of herbs, native plants and seeds, like native plants, native plant seeds, threatened and endangered plant lists, and there's a bloom and harvest calendar. So you want to be like, well, when does like black cohosh bloom? it blooms in June and July. So that's cool. You know, for harvesting, wildcrafting, any kind of medicine making, you want to know these things. My dad is stopping by later, and I'm going to learn later, but enough of that. Sorry, guys. Oh, no, that's fine, Heather. You know, I don't know how to change a tire either. So, okay. And if I miss anything in chat, just I guess put it in caps if you have a question or if I missed it. I probably shouldn't, since there's you know, there's 7 people here, but that's still a good amount for me. For my chats, that's a lot. So glad you guys could hang out with me. Okay, harvest calendar 2. When do you want to harvest the black cohosh roots? In July, August, and September. So I think that's really valuable information. So fun, so great. I'm going backwards. So, and then there's the therapeutic index. So you're like, hey, I've got a cold sore. So it says red root, wild geranium, and yellow root. And yellow root is underlined. And I believe that means that yellow root is the one with the main action on it. So you would go for yellow root, but if you didn't have it, you would do some of the other stuff. Blood pressure, ginseng, passion flower. Anyway, colds, earaches, drug alcohol withdrawal, skull cap, influenza, boneset, elderberry, elderflower, goldenrod, joe pye weed, sassafras in really tiny letters. So yeah, just a ton of information in this tiny book. So Heather will be putting on her big girl panties. Sometimes we got to do that. Donna says, I started with just a handful of oregano plants here 10 years ago, and it's everywhere now. I love it. Yeah, that's the thing I love about all of these herbs and plants that we're talking about. You just plant them and they go crazy wild, and you always have enough. Like Holly says, my dad had me change a tire when I was in high school. Actually, a funny I wish my dad had taught me to change a tire. I think it'd be very helpful, but you know, I never thought to ask. And so, hey Tange, good morning, welcome. I'm good, Junebug. I'm good, Tange. I'm good. Show the book one more time. Oh, yes. It is Medicinal Plants of the Southern Appalachians by Patricia Christie Howell. There's some glare. See if everyone can see it. And that's a lovely passion flower on the front. So, all right. Oh, we've been on 34 minutes. All right. Woo! Kelly says that she has an elderberry vodka tincture sitting in the cupboard. Nice, Kelly. Now, not only is that tasty, it's good for colds and stuff. So this is my next book. This is Herbal Healing for Women by Miss Rosemary Gladstar. She is very well known. If you haven't heard of her, look her up. She's awesome. She's also on YouTube. She's got some, you know, videos. I can't remember if she has a channel or not, but there's definitely some videos with her in it around mostly explaining her Zoom balls and what they are, and they're awesome. And so I would look up Rosemary Gladstar Zoom balls. I'll tape it because it's great. Yeah. I love making it for health, but it also tastes great. My syrup just doesn't last as long this time, and I figured we'd use vodka to extract this time. Yeah, syrup, you know, doesn't last as long, even in the refrigerator. But I believe that you can. I know some people. I'm laughing at what Tangerine is saying. I have heard a recipe described to me where they have used, they have made a honey, they have made a tincture, and they made a infusion, and they put it all together in the same medicine. So I thought that was really neat. They had all three, you know, they got all three, you know, because certain things extract in water, certain constituents extract in alcohol, and certain extract in honey. And then they put it all together. So I thought that was a really cool way of making like an elderberry remedy. Yes, Zoom balls. That's a dangerous. Yes, yes. Don't say anything else, Tangerine. Yeah, Heather says I have wildcraft a bunch of elder flowers and dry them, and you can use elder flowers as well as a tea for you know, if you're not feeling well. And I have a recipe in another book, which I'm going to go over next time. Guess there's going to be a next time, everyone. So, okay. So this book is focusing on women's health. Yeah, and it does a really good job. It's got a nice introduction to herbalism, which is nice, sort of like a little bit about, you know, how it started, a little bit of history. It also has beginning your herbal studies. So a lot of people are like, well, where do I begin? And this helps answer that question. Where do I jump into learning? And this book is a little different from the other books because it has the how to make the herbal preparations in the beginning. So she starts out with how do you make a salve? How do you make a tincture? How do you make an oil? And you can, I'm going to show you this wonderful part of the book where it's coming apart. Because I've used it so much. Our syrups, it goes over syrups. And then we start off with herbs for young women. So you start off with your period, you know. A well-loved book. Yes, it is, Kelly. This one and Healing Wise. So starts off with your period, hormones, herbs for that, you know, hepatic tea because you're in a liver and endocrine tea. You know, menstrual discomfort, painful cramping. I mean, anyone who has painful cramping during their periods can like use this. You know, you don't have to be like 13. There's a cramp bark tea, 2 parts cramp bark or black haw, 1 part pennyroyal leaf, 1/2 part ginger root. Fresh root is best. Add 4 to 6 tablespoons of herb mixture per quart cold water. Place on low. Slowly simmer. Keep pan covered tightly. Simmer only 2 to 5 minutes. Drink in small amounts. 1/4 cup every 15 minutes until cramps subside. Yeah, because I think pennyroyal is a very strong acting herb, and this is why. Thank you, Heather, for the. Actually, I'm not sure what link you put up, but thank you for the link. Yes, Kelly Bear. Ugh, my period. That's her. Oh, you're at today. Oh, complete with horrendous cramps, tight neck, shoulders, lower back pain. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to mail you this section so you can see if you can any of this will help you. There's a ginger and cinnamon tea, which sounds lovely. Valerian, cramp bark, ginger, and cinnamon. And that, oh wait, yeah. That sounds like it would quiet your stomach with the ginger. So, yeah, let me know, and I'll be happy to copy and send this part to you. And if you don't have this book. Tea-a-thon. Yes, we do need to get tea-a-thon going, Tand. I agree. Forget Terra-thon. We're going to do tea-a-thon. Oh. Tanya says, we all do love drinking tea. Yes, exactly. Oh, for the Zoom balls. Oh, awesome. So if you want to know what Zoom balls are, not exactly what Tangerine is thinking they are, check out that link. So, let's see. The woman on my mom's side of the family suffer terribly with their uterus. That sounds lovely. Yes. Yeah. So you can Instagram me your address, and I'll send it to you. See if you know. It is so hot here. Woo. See if you can see if it helps. So. Kelly says, mine too, in terms of I'm suffering. Had a complete hysterectomy at 27, was never so happy. Yeah, as I've gotten older, like my period has definitely gotten worse and worse and worse, and I don't know why. But it's awful. Not to the point where you are, Kelly Bear, but it's just like it's not great. It's not great. Probably I don't get cramps. I just get a lot of like tired, exhaustion. Well, I get a little bit of cramping, but it's just so tired, exhausted, worn out. Need to sleep in the bed for like days. But I have to go to work, so you know. Skin problems. My favorite one for skin problems is pimple juice, which sounds fun. You know, if you got zits. Golden seal, echinacea, black walnut, myrrh, and rubbing alcohol. So, and then it just goes into women of the childbearing years. So it talks about pregnancy. Let's see. Oh, okay. So there's a whole another section on menstrual problems, cramps, later heavy bleeding, PMS, and endometriosis. Sure, repeats that cramp tea. Yeast infections. It's really like a very the most comprehensive book that I found on like women's herbal issues. Like it's just really great. This is a part the only part of like it's hard to find information on uterine fibroids, and this I was so happy when I found this. It has some great information about that if you're looking about fibroids, cysts, and I had a fibroid. I had to have surgery for it. But it was pretty scary when I found I had one, even though it wasn't, it's not life threatening. So heartburn. It goes into menopause and stuff like that. It's got this recipe for Crohn candy, high energy formula for menopause, high calcium, because you need extra calcium. Tea for hot flashes, tincture for hot flashes. She's got therapeutic treatment for thinning of the vaginal walls, an herbal ointment for that. So like just a lot of really cool stuff that you don't really find anywhere else. For some reason, saying Shark Week doesn't gross out my men's folk quite as much as the other explanations for my disappearance. Hey. Yes, those boys can be a bit squeamish. Clever says, my sister and aunt suffer with indro, so I always feel bad for complaining about my periods because there's a worse. But my doctor keeps an eye on me because I'm at risk for developing it. Hi, Bassetti. Welcome. Kelly Berry, I still think that you have every right to express your discomfort and everything else. I think your experiences are still valid, and I do understand feeling like that, but I can also send you the endometriosis section. Hot flashes, yes, okay. Osteoporosis, all kinds of really awesome stuff. And in the back, it's got the materia medica about the herbs themselves. Comfrey, black cohosh, chamomile. So it's got also a resource guide with books and all kinds of stuff. So that is the Rosemary Gladstar's Herbal Healing for Women. So if you are, it's really good to have in your collection, especially if you're a lady dealing with the issues that we deal with. Oh yes, no problem, Kelly. Oh yeah. I would recommend it. So she also has an herbal healing. She also has a man's herbal as well, which I don't have. So someone's talking about chocolate. Nice. Chocolate is good. Okay. So the next book I'm going to admit that I have not read. But if you want to get into botany, it's on my list to read. And I've had it several years. This is Botany in the Day. And it's sort of it is a quick, like, shorthand to get you introduced to the terms of botany and how to identify the plants. It's got nice big pictures and everything else. So, you know, botany is very complicated. We just like touched on it at herb school, but it was like, wow, super interesting, but whoa. So just to get you familiar with, you know, the plant families and everything else. Yeah. I don't think it's showing up. So looking for a faster, easier, and fun way to identify plants, Botany in a Day teaches you the patterns, methods of plant identification so you can discover the wonderful world of plants around you wherever you go. Instead of trying to identify one at a time, Botany in a Day gives you a way to learn them by the hundreds based on the principles that related plants have similar patterns for identification and they often have similar uses. The one-day tutorial included in the text teaches you several key patterns to recognize more than 45,000 species of plants worldwide. Master these 7 patterns, you'll be ready to use the included reference guide. So I can't pronounce his last name. It's Thomas J. Elpel. He's actually passed away, the author. But it's like I said, it is like the book that everyone mentions. Oh, you want to learn botany? Get Botany in a Day. Tangerine, Curryberry. Ooh, oh, you have that one on your wish list. Yes, it's awesome. Along with several other million books. Yes, me too. And then if I don't have it on my wish list, I've already bought it, and I haven't read it yet. So a friend of mine and I think, plan to do a little herbal studying together this winter. I think hopefully maybe we'll get to this book, you know, during that. Gonna catch up. Oh boy, chat. Chilly to the story. I'm in the botany section of an herbal class, and I have to say there's lots of pieces to plants that I don't remember from school. Right, exactly. There's a lot, and I found it super interesting. Even the bit we touched on, but it seems incredibly complex. So, oh, Kelly Bear has some chocolate gin. Yes, nice. Heather says my list just keeps getting longer and longer on thrift books. Yes, everyone, if you want to get these used and don't know about thrift books, check it out. I would. A lot of times you can find it cheaper than Amazon. Okay, cool. I am caught up. All right. So, for those of you guys interested in growing your own plants on a serious farming level, or just interested in reading about that, I recommend this book. This is the Organic Medicinal Herb, or Medicinal Herb Farmer. And it is by Jeff Carpenter with Melanie Carpenter, forward by Rosemary Gladstar. Melanie is Rosemary's daughter. So, and her and Jeff, they have a farm. It is called, I don't remember what their farm is called. Zach Woods. So it's Zach Woods Farm. Oh no. Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. Zach Wood Farm. It's in Vermont. So yes, Heather, that's what happened with Rosemary's Baby. That is the part of the movie that you did not see. Yes, she decides to grow herbals. Instead of, I believe, like bringing about the end of the world. So, or maybe it was a he. It was a scary movie, so I didn't see it. Yes, Heather, the twist at the end of the movie. Ugh, I don't have any air conditioning. Well, I've got one in the bedroom, but okay. So, yeah, if you want to know all about like tractors, tools of the trade. Yeah, here's some tractors, everyone. All about growing. Plant, bed and field and bed preparation, propagation, you know, bugs, different bugs, how to harvest, when to harvest. It's a really good drying, selling your plants. In the back of the book, it does have herbs to consider growing for market. So not all herbals are, you know, are a good herb to grow to sell. Obviously, echinacea that was echinacea. So ashwagandha, blue vervain, calendula, like chamomile, and it sort of gives you the so this is echinacea. It gives you the life cycle, a plant description, of course, growing conditions, propagation, planting considerations, medical uses, a little bit of medical uses, harvest specifications, post-harvest drying, yields. It even gives prices for retail prices per pound, dried root echinacea, $20 to $31. Fresh root echinacea, $13 to $21. So that's really cool. I got this book because we were thinking of maybe growing some herbs. I don't think on this scale, and that still may happen. A friend of mine and me. But it's good to know some of these things. So that is this one. You know, something to put in your back pocket just in case you want to find out how to grow them, or like if you want to just grow them in your garden on a smaller scale. All this information would be helpful. You know, what's the life cycle of passion flower? How much, you know, apparently passion flower has mineral pest and disease issues. So that's really awesome to know. When to harvest it. Harvest both leaves and flowers. Both leaves and flowers are used medicinally. The aerial parts of the plant are harvested when the plant is in full bloom in Vermont. It's in Vermont. It's early to mid-August. To harvest, cut vines cut vines. It grows in a vine down to about a foot above the ground, leaving a few leaves to help the plant regenerate in subsequent seasons. Vines are easily cut with a sharp field knife or pruner and can be transplanted on clean turfs. So, anyway, so So that is the, ooh, Heather has ashwagandha seeds. I can't remember if I planted any. Well, if you find any ashwagandha growing, I guess you have planted some. Oh yeah, Heather, it is hot. It is very hot. Okay. So, just a few like tarot related before I go. Kelly Bear mentioned, I'm not going to go into it because Kelly Bear mentioned it in hers, and this is the guidebook to the Spirit of the Herbs, the guidebook to the Herbal Tarot. I also have the Herbal Tarot. And so, but I'm not going to go into it because Kelly Bear did. But it's an excellent resource for herbs and the tarot to connect those two. It does a beautiful job about that. Another awesome one is a oracle book, the Illustrated Herbiary. And there's also cards with it. And then it's just beautiful. The cards are not great cardstock. I think many of you have known about this book. I've heard about this book. If you haven't, it's really awesome. So this is burdock. It gives a little description. And then also has a ritual and a reflection, which is really neat. So they work great as oracle cards. And also, it's just wonderful to how she talks about the plants. She talks about more like you know, it's not really a medicinal as far as the actions and how to treat things with it, but it's more of a spiritual I don't know the words, but so burdock is, you know, the burrs that get matted into your dog's coat in the autumn, the ones that prick your fingers and refuse to come untangled. That's burdock. She's a tireless companion. And yes, she sticks with you, cheering you on when you're running low on steam, or self-esteem, or recovering from a lingering ailment. Burdock's a nurturer, building you up with gentle sweetness and asking nothing in return. Her taproots run deep. Once she sets her sights on breaking up crusty soil or shifting old habits, she's persistently relentless. She's the friend of your childhood, the one you can always count on to have your back. Trust me, she says, all will be well. So I just really like that as a companion to like you can do it to your tarot, you can do it to your herbal studies. And yes, if anyone's had burdock burrs, they just get everywhere. So Kendrian says, I have the Herbiary book and cards in my wish list for over a month. Yes. Yeah, they're great. The cardstock is awful, Tangerine. Awful. But the cards are great, and the book is beautiful, and I've done readings with them, and I do really love it. Somebody laminated their cards. Help with that. They're just paper thin. They come in here. They come in the back. So I'm hoping the next one she does, they'll fix the card. She's doing the bestiary, so she's doing animals, and she's gonna have like another book too. I think she might be doing, I want to say stones and crystals. So they're kind of like going to be a set, which is really cool. Dr. Nomi is always getting burdock stock in yes, the fleece jacket she wears. Yeah, Kelly Bear. Yes, I was helping my friend with her garden, and we were clearing out all the dead brush and everything else, and it was just like burdock burrs everywhere. It was crazy. It was crazy. Rosemary's baby and Elmer's blue ball. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's too funny. Okay, so this is a tarot, but I haven't even unboxed it yet. So you can see the shrink wrap is still on it, and I have to do an unboxing, and I'm still behind in all of my unboxings and everything, guys. It's insane because of the time that I do not have lately. So I'm hoping in July I will start catching up. This is a tarot of plants, and this is the solar edition. It's an Etsy deck, and this is you can see the little pictures, and the little pictures here don't do it justice. So like, you guys should look it up. It does have like a little tiny guidebook, and then I think you can get a separate guidebook. But I'll be doing a walkthrough of this, either like live or not. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do. And I love it. It has Indian ghost pipe, which is an amazing plant that grows without chlorophyll. It's sort of like a little bit of a parasite, and it's white. Clear, literally, and it makes a tincture that turns out purple. This plant is so awesome, and you use it with people who have severe pain, and what it does is it's supposed to change your perception of the pain. It's not like a pain reliever or anything, but it's just an awesome, rare, delicate plant. So you just harvest just enough, to make a little bit, because it's not something you're going to use every day. But anyway, so that's the tarot of plants, and I also want to get the lunar edition at some point, and so yeah, to add to my herbal decks. Kelly says she wants. Oh no, Kelly, you can't get the Herb Crafters Tarot in the UK. That sucks. I'm probably not. I saw the Herb Crafters, and I'm probably not going to get it at the moment. I need to. Kelly from the Truth and Story did a walkthrough, and I want to watch that first. But also, like, there's so many things I want, so I might be waiting on that one for a little while. I hate pre-ordering on Amazon. They really... So Tan just... let me know if the Tea-a-thon is happening, Tanj. Heather says Kelly's walkthrough made me desire the Herb Crafters Tarot too. Yeah, such a great walkthrough. Kelly's still here. Kelly, you do awesome walkthroughs. Yes, I love them. They're long and in depth, and I really like them. So whew. All right, guys. Kelly's topic should be menstrual teas with a treat called Rosemary's Baby. What topic treat would you have? I don't know yet. I'd have to think about that, Kendrine. I like that we're pairing it with some sort of food thing. That's neat. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming and joining me today. And I think I am talked out. I'll probably do a part 2 or even a part 3 because I've got several more books that I have to go. So others says I would do my herbalistic green tea. That sounds good. Aw, love you too, Tangerine. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Kylie Bear. And I will, yeah, I will put the books in the description. So if anyone's interested in taking a closer look at them, you can. All right, guys. Well, I will see you next time. And yeah, cool down in the bedroom. I will, Heather. Heather knows that that is the place where my air conditioner is. So, oh, you're welcome, Cedar. You're welcome. I'm glad. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, I'm going to turn on one more fan. So, anyway. Kelly Bear, I hope you feel better. I do. Yeah, the kitties. Yes, they are. Horace is on the bed and Eugene is in the kitchen. So, no kitties joining us today. But maybe next time. I think it's been getting too hot for Horace to be on the back of the couch. So anyway. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Mercedes. Thank you for joining. So, all right, guys. Yeah, cool. Have a good day, and I will. Well, yeah, I'll be back with part 2. Okay, bye.